What is self-mastery? Have you ever thought about that? So I decided to look at what the just general definition is and give you that. And it is the ability to control your desires, impulses, and emotions to align with your actions, or align your actions with your values and goals, rather than being controlled by external circumstances or inner resistance. And that was, I thought, the perfect definition for me to talk about today and to give you this information because Wilhelm said to all of us we could accept self mastery today. And I'm talking about today as in the new moon on the 21st, which is why I'm putting this out today because I really do want you to have it. We have moved through some really transformative times in our lives and also in the world. And we might be examining ourselves and wondering what's going wrong, what's happening, or what's happening with the world. And Wilhelm said nothing. You're here to achieve self-mastery, and we will each do that in different ways. My life was about living it and bringing in their philosophy. And sometimes that's really challenging for all of us because we're meant to do something different. Meant to bring something to the world that is new. That's why you were born. But when we go through a really transformative time as we're in now, that can be difficult because you're not allowed to become who you are. You're not allowed to have self-mastery. And that's a generational process that we're all moving through as well. So I put together a document because I needed to give you this because Wilhelm has given us a philosophy, and that's what I'm talking about. And people say, well, what is a philosophy and how could it have come about and how did it come through you? You would not have understood it because it's never been done before. And that's why it's been challenging for all of us to accept, including me, because I was living it. But we're at a time now in our life where we have to decide, we have to own our authentic selves. And our authentic self is who we came to the world to become. And everyone has something within them. And my job was to get you to understand that you could achieve self-mastery because I wrote it all down and put it into a work, into this philosophy. But to explain it, I put together a document so that you can have it. And because no one probably understood what this was, I didn't understand it either. And so I had to get it analyzed. How did I move through everything? How did I heal? How do any of us do that? How do we understand who we are? How do we put together science and intuition and these mystical experience that we might be having, or the planets, or the how does all of that come together? Well, that's what I've been writing for 36 years. Now, I didn't know I was doing that. I'm saying this because you're at a place where you do not know what you had probably, and you still don't know what you can do. None of us, we don't know. None of us knows what we can do tomorrow because it hasn't occurred yet. And so we have to decide if we're going to do it. And so that's why you might accept self-mastery because a lot of time we get afraid. And we're at a place now where many people are afraid. That's why you're seeing all the conflict and all the division and everything that's happening probably in your life, but also in our world. It's because not enough of us are remembering who we are. And so Wilhelm says, what if we gave you something new that could tell you that all people matter and have something to offer? It's just generational biases and beliefs that we've inherited that don't allow us to manifest that. And so sometimes we come into the world to demonstrate what is possible, and that's what I was given. And I'm going to leave, I'll give you the document, I'll give you the link to the document, to several documents as well, because I've gone overboard, because I really wanted people to understand what was happening. And so what I did was put together this document that's Wilhelm's philosophy, and as you go through it, it will explain so much to you. And then you'll also see the messages that are on the site for tomorrow that you might accept self-mastery. That's really what it is. So this document presents compelling evidence that Wilhelm's channeled teachings constitute a genuinely new philosophical framework one that offers humanity an unprecedented time code approach to conscious evolution. Through 36 years of consistent transmission, 1989 to 2025, Wilhelm has delivered a systematic philosophy that uniquely integrates quantum mechanics, astrological timing, and practical self mastery techniques. The key finding: Wilhelm's philosophy presents the first known dual axis channel teaching system, delivering precise guidance on September 21st, initiation self mastery, and October 30th, evolution activation, annually, culminating in the day you evolve on October 30th, 2025. And so as you move through it, you will see everything that they have given us over the years. And I am saying this was something that surprised me, and what you have will probably surprise you as well, because we all have something. It just shows up in different forms. Everyone's not going to believe this. I have never studied astrology or the sciences or any of those things. What I developed was this rare ability, and it's all in the document, to receive information about the changes that were occurring in the world, and I had no clue I was doing it. And receiving it before they were happening, which is why I changed my life many years ago, because I knew where this would be now and how many of us would not understand what was occurring. Couldn't have put that together then, because it's always unfolding. And so that's why this document shows this is a living philosophy, meaning we're all creating something whenever we're alive, and we're doing it now, and it depends on what we do as to how it all turns out. Who's going to have the control of you? Who's going to have the control of the masses? Who's going to have all of that? These are questions we ask ourselves throughout eternity, as long as we're alive, and we're doing that now. There are just different periods where it becomes more prominent, and all of that is laid out in this document. And so I want you to understand, I get that most people, I couldn't have understood this, and I have for years been trying to figure it out, but now it's all explained, and so you can understand it. And it doesn't make sense that I could have moved through all the things I have in my life in almost 75 and moving in the opposite direction. That's self-mastery. That's what this work will do for anyone. But I know that it's challenging because we get afraid of ourselves. I was afraid to even investigate all of this, but now I had to, because it's showing I've been given something so unique, which I've talked about, but I couldn't have explained it. But now you can read it all because it's for you. This message is for every single person. Doesn't matter who you are. It's for humankind. It's a philosophy. That's why it works for everyone. It's about consciousness, and it's connected to a universal source that I connected to, and I had no idea that it was happening. That's why it was pure. My ego could not have been involved in receiving this information, and as you read through it, you will see it. But please check it out, because next week things are going to be a little different, especially after Sunday, after tomorrow. We're going to see movement in our lives and in our world. But I'm finishing all of this work, and I invite anybody who wants to reach that next level to get to come into it, because as you will read through all of it, I need time. Because this is so different, I know a lot of people aren't going to do it, and I'm going to have to take it to make it much more expensive for people to really understand the importance of it. That's just how we operate. That's just what goes on. But just read through it. I want more people to understand we are not limited. I've proven it through this work and through what has happened in my life, and now you can do the same thing. All right, see you guys soon.